If you're here watching this video because you're feeling really broken, really down, and really unsure about how to get out of the vicious cycle that you're trapped in with alcohol, because let's be real, it is a very vicious cycle. Let's say you want the drink, you have the drink, and you feel worse, not better, and you're not sure how to break out of that cycle. Just know that every single person on this earth who goes through the addiction process, whether it be to drugs, alcohol, unhealthy relationships, toxic behaviors, feels the same way that you do. However, addiction truly leads us to believe that we are the only person that feels this way. That is the goal of addiction, is to isolate you, to make you feel like you're alone, to make you feel that nobody understands you, and to try to solidify the intense relationship between you and that drug of choice and shut everybody else the F out, right? It's classic. You feel when you're in the trenches of addiction that no one understands me. No one understands me. They don't get it. They're the problem. Everybody else has bad intentions when it comes to you. They're trying to ruin whatever's going on in your life. Everything is against you, is how it feels. And it sounds ridiculous because when you're not in that zone and you're not in that mindset and you're not trapped in this addictive pattern, you can't even begin to fathom what it's like to be outside of that. You truly can't. When you're in it so deep that you just have no other ability to view a different reality. I've been there. And I want you to know, if you're watching this video and you're like, oh, whatever, like, judge a book by its cover, you're looking at me being like, oh, she doesn't look like that at all. Yeah. Like, I have been so miserable at points of my life through the drinking cycle and using other drugs on top of that, and the smoking and the addicted to toxic men and toxic behavior, that I never even thought that it was a possibility that that would end. Because I was so in it, I thought that that was my whole life. And when you make those decisions, they beget other decisions that are just the same, that are also bringing you down, bringing you more toxic decisions and toxic choices and putting more toxins in your body. That's the way it is. And you can't see out of that when you're in this dark hole. You also start to associate with other people who are on the same level, right? So part of the fear that we confront when we realize that it's time to change our behavior and we're no longer comfortable living the way that we are is the death of those relationships. And realizing that, hey, if I'm going to change my life, which is going to be so uncomfortable, and you just think like, can I even do this? There's no point in even trying, but maybe I need to try. If you're at that stage, you might be thinking like, well, what about so-and-so? Or what about my relationship? What about my family? What about the other people that I party with? What about all of those relationships? Because your whole life is circled around relationships that are keeping you comfortable where you are. And the reality is, if you're going to pull yourself out of the trenches, and it has to be you, no one can do it for you. People can motivate you and support you, but they can't make that decision for you. They can't stop you using alcohol or the drug or talking to that toxic person. You might have to let some of those relationships die as well. Some of them permanently, some of them change, some of them, sure, you might discover a new friendship after you've improved your life. But for you to be able to lift yourself out of this circle of negativity and break that addiction and change the way that you look at your own life and what you want for your own life, you're going to have to let go of a lot of those behaviors and those people. And I'm just here to tell you today that that's okay. And not only is that okay, that is freaking amazing. That's actually what you want. The way that I had to look at it was like, I want the drink, I have the drink, I feel worse, not better, but I can't keep doing this. I don't want to keep doing this. I have to change. If I lose my husband, if I lose my friends because they want to keep drinking, that's a risk that I'm willing to take because I'm so uncomfortable that I can't actually keep going the way that I am. So if this is you and this video was helpful, just know that I see you, I hear you, you matter. Like, I've been where you are. There's millions and millions of other people who are the way that you are. And that's what addiction wants. It wants you by yourself, and it wants you isolated, and it wants you feeling like shit. And I'm here to tell you there's a life beyond that, but you are going to be the one to make that decision to stop the cycle that you're in. So if you like this video, please let me know how else I can be of service to you with these videos and help you on your journey.